Hi, this is Sassy Beauty 69. I hope you can hear me. I'm recording my video from my webcam on my laptop. This is probably going to be a very emotional video. I need to touch base on a couple of topics today because a lot of people are having trouble understanding us that suffer from many ailments such as depression, fibromyalgia, chronic pain, post-traumatic stress syndrome, suicidal tendency, SAD, anxiety disorder, multiple sclerosis, lupus, any ailments that affect the nervous system and cause depression and causes thoughts sometimes where you just want to end your life. First of all, when we have those thoughts and we speak this way, doesn't necessarily mean that we want to end our lives. At times it gets so intense. This is a very lonely disease, and we don't intentionally mean to push people away. That's not our intentions. We really would like to have people around us, but we don't feel good most of the time. And I wish people would understand. I wish they could get in our heads and see how we feel emotionally. It's hard for me to sleep at nights, and there are days where I don't even want to wake up. And I don't have anything to look forward to. Although I have, beautiful grandkids, it doesn't make up for the pain that I'm feeling or the hurt that people cause me in my life. And the hurt that people cause me in my life is due to the misunderstanding of me. They don't get me. They don't get my moods. They don't get, sometimes I say things that isn't intent malice. It's just the mood that I'm in at the moment. I never do anything with intentional malice to anyone that I love. There's never any intention of mine, ever. And it hurts me, it pains me when I feel I've hurt someone. I can't sleep at night more so. And I just want people to understand that, this kind of disease is a naked disease. It's a naked disease that people disregard our pain and what it's causing, and even our pain in general. It's a profound weakness of character that we're feeling inside of us, and the people around us that we feel the hurt from. We feel like, the people around us, they don't understand, so it hurts. The people that are around us, that are in our lives, we feel like we have to constantly prove something to them, and we feel like we're most superficial to them, and we feel like we're weak in character. And like I said, the hurt that I've caused, I proved that the people around me I've cared so much about, and I never meant to hurt anyone. Never. It's not something that I do on purpose, ever. Because everyone in my life means the world to me. It's just things that are going through my mind, and so many things are happening to me at once that is out of control. And I'm the type of person, I'm a perfectionist. I need to be in control of things. And when I don't have any control of something, I lose it. I can't function. There's no functionality left in me. And I don't know what to do with myself. And I'm not making excuses, and I don't like people pointing out my faults, because I admittedly know that I have a problem. And my problem is I am sick. But when people attack me and try to point out my problems, you are sick too. Because I have been diagnosed as being a sick person. So I know that I'm sick, and I don't need people to constantly remind me of being sick. Yes, I know that there's something wrong with my mind and I'm out of my mind. I know that. I've tried to commit suicide a couple of times. I know that. I don't need to constantly be reminded of it. I know there's something wrong with me, and I don't intentionally try and push people away. I don't. If you could just walk in my shoes one day, just walk in my shoes one day so you can see what it feels like to live in my shoes, live my life. Maybe you would understand. It is painful. It's a lonely life. And, no matter how much I try to explain, no matter how many video journals I do to try to help people, I don't think we're ever going to be able to reach anyone unless they're actually living with our disease. Depression isn't the absence of happiness. It doesn't manifest as a tragic melodrama, and it can always be noticed, by those who don't know what it looks like or what to look for. It doesn't present itself only during times of corresponding, with darkness and uncertainty, and it's not like something that can't be exiled at times when there's relative joy or contentment. Depression can happen at any moment. I mean, it is a split millisecond. And it can be impacted by events in the outside world, by things that it doesn't need to be, and there's always there at the best that's surviving inside of us, like a dormant virus or dormant disease waiting patiently for the chance for it to flare up and totally take control of us and be at our worst, pulling us down like in this thick, dark cloud that we can't break free of, no matter how hard we try and how hard we try and struggle. I struggle with it every single day. I've been struggling with it for 25 years. And I've pushed so many people away, and they're giving me chances, and I push them away again. But it's a disease. Put simply, it's a disease. And it doesn't matter how happy you think I should be, or how awesome you think my life should be, or how successful you think I am, or how successful you think I should be, or how many people that look at me and think I should be on top of the world, and think that they understand every second of what I'm going through. I am depressed. I'm depressed, and there's a very good chance that you may go through a little depression too. But I'm depressed. Just because you can't see it in the moment doesn't mean I'm not depressed. There's still depression. It's absolutely there. And there's a loss of hope. There's a loss of relinquishing the belief that there's ever going to be happiness. And it hurts like hell. And it hurts so much after a while, I accept the pain that comes with the depression. It's like second nature to me. And and it also comes along with the pain, being in pain, and I can't I'm not able to do certain things like I used to be able to do, you know, it comes, like I said, it comes as second nature to me. And it is so heartbreaking that every single day this past week I have had the temptation to take the bottle pills and just take them and swallow them. Because no one calls and checks on me, you know, no one calls and checks on me. So I feel if no one calls and checks on me, who cares? Who would care? Who would even know that I did it, you know? And obviously, people have expressed to me that they don't care. So every single day, I have my cocktail waiting, and there's something that triggers me. Okay, how about tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow's going to be better. But every single night I go to bed, I have that cocktail ready, and I think to myself, okay, not today. Maybe tomorrow's going to be better. So because you see me today or you see me tomorrow doesn't mean that the next day I'm going to wake up, you know, because it's on my mind. Because, you know, you've expressed to me that you don't care. You don't call, you don't check on me, you know, you're being mean to me, you're saying mean things to me, you're constantly reminding me that you don't care and you don't understand what I'm going through and you don't have any compassion. And I'm constantly admitting that I have a problem. And I said in the letter that I wrote when I was really ready to take my cocktail, I wrote a letter and I said, don't cry when I'm gone. Don't dare cry, because I've gone to you and I've cried to you and I've cried for help, and you keep ignoring my cries for help. You're not listening. And that's the unbearable part to this, is because I keep crying and I keep asking for help. And I've gone to admit myself for help. But you know what? When there's suicidal tendencies and you go in for help, there's just people around you with the same tendencies, and you talk in groups, and you're there for a short period of time, and then you go back home to those same problems that were there before you left and you admitted yourself in the programs. So the burdens are still there. You know, the negativity is still there. That dark cloud is still there. So what are you supposed to do? Depression is something that is misunderstood in its reality, especially depression that comes along with chronic pain and depression that comes along with post-traumatic stress syndrome and, you know, the anxiety that you get, especially when you don't have support after you've left these programs. You learn coping skills, and I use my coping skills, and that's why I'm here and able to do this video, you know, for you now, because this is part of my coping skills, is by talking about it. But then again, here we are where I have these people that I care about that aren't taking me seriously. I mean, I will text my kids, no response. They don't even answer me. No response whatsoever. That hurts. So the next day, Mom may not even be alive and you wouldn't even care. That's just the way they make me feel. My husband abandoned me the day I admitted myself in the hospital for help, knowing that I have suicidal tendencies. My husband has emailed me nasty emails. He could care less. that I'm capable of hurting myself. Changed his phone number. I don't know where he is. I know he used me to become a citizen. He used me, and once he gained what he needed, he left. And he doesn't want to provide the support. He doesn't want to continue supporting me or paying the rent here, or his portion of the rent, or even his portion of any of the bills. And I reached out to him, and he told me he doesn't give a shit if I took him to court. He refuses to pay anything because he's no longer here. So he thinks in his mind that it's okay to abandon his wife. First of all, that is disabled. His wife, he married and knew is disabled. His wife, under oath, he admitted under oath, he knew was disabled and he knew he would have to support. That hurts. That hurts because this is a man I married thinking loved me. This is a man that I married, I truly believed loved me. But the moment that green card and the opportunity came where he has working papers, he can work here and he can live here now, as a permanent resident, he's gone. He's out of here. He doesn't give a shit if I take my life. He doesn't care. He doesn't even care that he needed me to apply for his daughter to come over here to this country. He doesn't care. Do you have any idea how that hurts me? And to even know that there's no justice at all for me? There's no justice. This man can get away with this. There's no justice whatsoever. I've called immigration and I've tried to get help with immigration. And they said I could be at fault as well. I could be considered deceptive as well because I helped him get his green card. It would be complicated. I was the one deceived. I was the one who thought he loved me, and he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's basically throwing his weight around, and it's just not fair, and it hurts me so bad. I sit here and I cry every night, and I try to move on with my life, but it's not that easy. And this is a very painful video that I'm doing. It's very painful. I always say when I do my videos that this is my reality, and I kid you not. This is truly my reality. And all of this extra stress is causing me extra pain. And my entire world has come down on me. I have no avenue. I have reached out for help, and it's so frustrating that there's nothing I can do. There's nothing. Every person I called, there's nothing I can do. My back is against the wall. So I sit here alone, crying, depressed, and don't have no one to help me. I have no one to help me fight. And it's not fair that this man can do this to someone and get away with it. It's not fair. And I don't know how he can sleep at night. I don't even know how he can get up and go to work, knowing that he consciously did this to me, including his family. And it hurts so bad because I honestly thought that this person cared about me. He knew that he was marrying someone with a disability. He knew it. It's just so devastating right now because not only have I had him walk out of my life, but my entire family, all at the same time. My entire world is collapsing on me. And you would think that I would have one person with one little, like, just regards to understand what I'm going through. But I'm being kicked in the stomach while I'm down at rock bottom, and it hurts. It hurts more than anything that could ever happen to someone. It hurts. It physically hurts. It emotionally hurts. And it's abuse. And I can't even imagine that people can't understand. But it is what it is. And I've done the best that I could. I give my all to people. I have been the nicest to people. But when I'm depressed and you push my buttons, I'm not nice. You can't be mean to me and expect for me to be nice to you. You can't say hurtful things to me and expect for me to sit there and swallow it. I'm not going to be bullied. I don't allow it. I never have. And so you can't justify saying mean things to me and then expect for me to sit back and allow you to disrespect me for so long, and I don't do anything about it. Especially pushing the wrong buttons when it comes to my kids. Anyhow, I thank you for watching, and I hope and pray that you, with the same diseases I have, you have people in your life that understand better for you, and you have a better support system than I do, because it sucks. It truly sucks living in this life alone with no support. I have gone through this for 8 years back and forth, and it has not been pretty. It has not. My life has not been pretty. So I beg you, if you have support, do whatever you can and hold on with it with all your life. Because it's easy to push people away living in this lifestyle. Thanks for watching. I love you. I truly do. And I love you for all your support. God bless. Sassy Beauty, I pray for you. And please pray for me. Thank you. Thanks for watching.